Hey, what's up everybody? Giovanna back again for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Rise of Skywalker, rumors about the test screenings, and also I'm going to add something else because I know everybody else has been talking about this. Like literally everyone in the Phantom Menace and their father has been talking about these screen tests, but I'm also going to be talking about some of the hype, just in my opinion from what I've seen and how the hype is kind of dying down. But you know, I'm actually going to talk about that first because if you're probably not going to want to see me talk about the rest of the screen tests because everybody else has talked about the screen tests. So, just from my experiences, like I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking about the Rise of Skywalker for a little bit. My in real life friend, not like someone who's associated with the Phantom Menace or a Disney shill on Twitter. Just my real life friend that I know. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but he was telling me, he was like, you know, we agreed on this, but. We were more excited for the Rise of Skywalker in April when that teaser was released and all these leaks and rumors weren't really true. They were kind of just floating around. Nothing too crazy, nothing too much out of the ordinary. But then as we get closer, like we both feel like the hype is kind of coming down. Like the last trailer was like, okay, we both like kind of agreed on that. He liked it a little more than me, but we both like shared some theories and we were like kind of on the fence about it, but we were both like, we both feel like the hype has definitely died down. I mean, not even taking the rumors into account, like nobody's really talking about it as much. Now it's about The Mandalorian because tomorrow, Tuesday, November 12th, The Mandalorian will be released, which I will be doing a review on the first episode if I could get my hands on Disney Plus. I gotta see tomorrow and everything, but it seems like that's being more talked about now, obviously, because Disney Plus is trying to take over. You know, I might buy Disney Plus. I'm mainly attracted to it because it's got all the Star Wars movies, you got some Marvel stuff, and all 30 seasons of The Simpsons. I've only seen season 30, or 29, I can't remember for the life of me, on Hulu because I do have a Hulu subscription. But I don't know if I could get an add-on to Disney Plus with the Hulu I have right now. I think you have to buy the bundle from Disney Plus. So I'm just going to use them both separately, you know what I mean? Less complicated. But anyway, let's get into these screen tests. Oh my god. So, Doomcock did a video. I love him. Doomcock, I think he's a he. But Overlord DVD, if you guys aren't subscribed, which I think everyone in this channel who subscribes to this channel is already probably subscribed to Doomcock, you all should check him out. He's really cool. He has a really cool way of like doing these types of videos. He wears the mask and everything, and he alters his voice. It's pretty cool. But he made a video covering how he had like 3 independent sources tell him that there are 3 cuts for the film that were screen tested. One was the Kennedy J.J. Abrams version. The second was another version, I think, also by J.J., and then another one that George Lucas brought in. So the first one scored a 60. The Kennedy J.J. one scored a 65 from 65. I don't know if it's percent or just points, but a 65 audience rating from the first act, and the second act it was a 12, and then a fourth act the third act was 4 points. That is terrible. Like the third act, you're talking about the last moments of the Skywalker saga received 4 points. That is insane. And apparently this one was the cut that Rey was an ultimate Mary Sue and all this and that. But the second cut, I think, was just when Luke and Anakin were back in the flesh. This all mainly had to do, I think, this all kind of had a common theme of like, the protagonists of the sequel trilogy, I don't know if it might just be Rey or Kylo Ren, but all facing down the Emperor. I think that was the common theme for, all 3 of these things. And I forgot to mention, you probably heard this detail 1,000 times, but there was an audience made of like a quarter hardcore fans, a quarter casual fans, a quarter people who know what Star Wars is but don't buy the merch, and then a quarter of just regular moviegoers. So with that whole thing being cleared, the number 4, the 4 points for the first movie was graded by just casual moviegoers, not anybody who knew who Star Wars was and was a hardcore fan. So that definitely speaks volumes. But the next one was obviously Anakin and Luke back in the flesh. I think it scored a little bit better. I don't know if there was an exact number. I think it was in the 20s or had to be in the 20s or 30s. I don't really remember. But the third one, which is when George Lucas was brought in and brought a secret Skywalker, that is actually pretty intriguing to me. I love Lucas's ideas. I'm like, I don't even care. You could call me a George Lucas ass kisser, but I love the guy. He's super creative. He's got all these crazy ideas, but you know, you gotta tell him to chill after a while. Like in the prequels, like it was a whole mess because he was full of yes men. But anyway, back to this. He was brought in to reshoot. They were doing reshoots of the movie, obviously, because of the test screenings and the disaster that went on there. And George Lucas's version got a score of an 88. Now that was pretty interesting to me because not a lot of people enjoyed the prequels, and the fact that casual fans or like not like hardcore fans, like you know the quarters split up. That's really interesting to see how that played out. You know what I mean? I think if Lucas definitely went with this sequel trilogy, it definitely wouldn't have been as big between casual audience as it is with hardcore fans. And that's really all that matters because the hardcore fans are the ones that buy your merch, they're the ones that buy your movie tickets, and they're the people that will probably go see it more than once if it's really that good. So, with that aside, I was watching Drunk 3PO's video. If you're watching Drunk 3PO, shout out to you always. You the man. But anyways, he was talking about how Rogue One, they saw some shots in the trailer and the Vanity Fair article that were not shown in the movie, but all those test screenings ended up giving us the Darth Vader scene and with the what am I trying to think of? The Darth Vader scene where he just slaughters a bunch of people. So that was definitely really cool. I mean, obviously, it could go one way or another. Reshoots could either be really bad or they could be really good. But it seems like the Rise of Skywalker, because it seems like everyone, like I think Mary Mayhem, shout out to you if you're watching, Mary, love you, girl. But she did a video on Geeks and Gamers where she was like, it's Lucasfilm's literally trying to piece like a puzzle together. It's just a mishmash. You know how they're just super frantic trying to get this movie out. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing that sucks in Star Wars. You always have like a scheduled year release date for these movies, like because it's in a trilogy. You know what I mean? And same thing with like Lord of the Rings. I think that also had a pretty consistent laid out release date. That's the only thing that was really laid out about this trilogy were the release dates. And I definitely think it was overestimated, leaving a 2-year gap in between each movie. I think they should have either done 3 or 4. I honestly wouldn't have cared about the wait. I just want quantity over quality. That's my thing. But let me know what you guys think. I really want to know what you guys, like, your feelings on the Rise of Skywalker. Are you hyped? Like, even a little about the Mandalorian. If you're excited, please tell me. I will get a review out tomorrow. Hopefully. I can't guarantee it, but just let me know what you guys think about this. Are you going to see the Rise of Skywalker? Are you going to pay for it? Let me know in the comments. I do like to read your comments, maybe even reply to them. But I'll see you guys in another video, and peace out.